Welcome back to the Midday Reset. My name is Antoinette, and today I want to talk to you about worthiness. We can define worthiness as the quality of being good enough. In fact, this is exactly what the Oxford Dictionary states for the definition of worthiness. And I want to also include a definition of the word worth here, as this refers to the value of something or someone, and it relates to this concept of worthiness, as I'll address in just a moment. Worthiness is often the measure we use to determine whether or not we deserve certain treatment or certain things. Our sense of worthiness can dictate what opportunities we go after, which relationships we engage in, how we behave, and most important of all, it can dictate how we treat ourselves. We often talk ourselves out of enjoying our lives to the fullest because we think we are somehow not worthy of the things we enjoy. It's a crazy pattern of thinking, but there are a ton of us who know what we want, but if it fell into our laps, we'd be so dumbfounded and shocked that we would want to convince ourselves that we don't deserve it, or it's not really for us, or somehow it's not going to work out. How many times has someone given you a really nice gift and you were immediately overcome with a feeling of guilt? How many times have you seen a career opportunity that you knew would make you happy, but you talked yourself out of it? It's more common than you think, and while on the surface it seems totally preposterous, the majority of people suffer from this type of behavior. And when you impress upon yourself all that guilt or poor feelings in response to people treating you kindly, offering you gifts, or to opportunities that open up to you, you create the internal mentality that you are not good enough. You tell yourself that you are not worthy. You can probably guess what I'm getting at, but in order to put down this cycle of behaviors that really does serve to keep you from your own happiness, you have to take a different approach. Here are some tips. First, learn how to accept compliments and gifts as just kindness and bursts of positive energy. When someone tells you that you look nice that day, just say thank you. When your boss or coworkers compliment you on a job you did, say thank you. You don't have to launch into a bunch of excuses and banter about, oh, this old thing, or I got dressed in a hurry, or I had lots of help with that project. All of that just negates the good energy that the complimenter is offering to you. I've covered this in a previous episode before, but the world is part of the universe, and the universe works off of energy. It can't tell the difference between good energy or bad necessarily. It just recognizes energy as we send it toward things. And because the universe wants every one of us to succeed, it sends its energetic force toward whatever we happen to be aiming at. This is why being intentional is so important, because if you unintentionally fixate on worries or doubts, you could be calling on the universe to send more energy at the problem that helps manifest something even worse. By concentrating on solutions, you are intentionally inviting the universe to help fuel your rocket to identify more solutions and ways to get around what you might be struggling under, rather than blowing the problem up into something bigger than it needs to be. What's great about your worth is that you get to set your own market value. You get to name your own price, so to speak, but you do this in how you carry yourself. By accepting compliments with a simple thank you, you acknowledge the praise being aimed at you, and you also pass on the positive energy by being pleasant and welcoming the kindness. People who compliment you don't do it to make you self-conscious or to embarrass you, and who are you to shoot down what others notice? You have plenty of good qualities, and it's okay for people to notice and compliment those. You certainly notice it in others, and you probably compliment others too. It's okay to accept some of those good vibes for yourself when they're offered. On a larger scale, you put off your own happiness when you don't go after what you really want or what you're truly meant for. If you have a talent that it would make you happy to cultivate and pursue and spend more time on, but you've convinced yourself that you can't do it for some unknown reason, or you'd rather play it safe and not step into the arena, you are subtly communicating to yourself that you aren't worth it. The fight to stand in your own light isn't worth it to you, and you do not wish to bet on yourself. That sets your market price really low, but your worth is invaluable. Always remember that. Your worth is invaluable. It's high. Keep your stock high by stepping into it, owning it, and know that you are worth it. Let me know how you go about reinforcing your own worth by writing to me at info@middayreset.com, or you can reach out to me on Instagram at the Midday Reset. I love to hear from you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.